Live from Central Oklahoma, this is UCentral News.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us for this edition of UCentral News. I'm Shanice Hopkins.
And I'm Maureen Dirk. Over 453,000 voter registrations have been purged in Oklahoma since January of 2021, announced this Wednesday by Governor Kevin Stitt alongside state elected officials. Several of voter registration and removals include deceased voters, voters who have moved out of state, felons, duplicate registrations, and inactive voters. The deadline to register to vote in the November election is October 11th. Visit the Oklahoma voter portal to register to vote or check your registration status.
And Edmond is on the go. GO stands for General Obligation, which is a bond program that will fund the highest priority safety improvements around the Edmond area. This will be the first GO bond program for the city of Edmond since 1980, and it will be a historic one if approved by voters November 5th. The ballot will include 22 projects in 3 categories: streets, parks, and fire safety, but Edmond residents can expect a tax increase by $40 a month. Improving streets is the #1 concern from Edmond residents, and Edmond on the Go addresses that concern with 65% of the program dedicated to street improvements. Now in Edmond, compared to yesterday, it was definitely a little bit hotter today, a little bit warm.
Yes, I'm definitely feeling it. Let's see what Carly has to say about that.
Thank you, Shanice. Good afternoon, Broncos, and welcome back to UCentral. It has been really hot outside, but we are going to take a look at some of the storms that are going on up in the northern part of the state. As you can see, it's nothing severe, but it's just heavy weather moving more towards the eastern part of the state. It may hit Enid, but we may not be too sure. Hopefully some of that rain may come towards Enid or Edmond. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Carly. A new grocery store may be coming soon to Edmond. A Whole Foods grocery store may be added to the Edmond area. The store may potentially be located at Legacy on Coville. The commercial development area features other businesses like Showbiz Cinema and Crest Foods. Oklahoma City has a Whole Foods location near Northwest 63rd and Western that has been open since 2011. The store is expected to be 36,500 square feet, a similar size to the Oklahoma City location.
Piedmont schools are increasing safety measures due to threats made against the district. According to a press release sent out yesterday evening, Piedmont officials were made aware of a social media post threatening violence at Piedmont Middle School today. The district cannot find any credible threat behind the post. However, schools in the Piedmont district opened today with an increased security presence. Piedmont Schools continues to take student safety seriously and says, quote, "We always encourage our students and families to report any questionable behaviors."
The Oklahoma City Science Museum is unveiling their newest addition after 2 years of construction. The Loves Planetarium will open its doors to the public on September 20th. The planetarium features a unique hybrid optical and digital projection system that allows for an interactive experience. The technology will be the only one of its kind in the nation. Love's Travel Stop donated $3.5 million to the $8 million project. The planetarium will feature several shows that last all week, approximately around 25 to 30 minutes. And they even include shows in Spanish. There is no additional upcharge for charges to the price of admission. Now, it has really been hot, and I'm really hoping that we start seeing some fall weather as we're ending the month of September.
I hope that this is the last week that we have hot weather. We'll find out after the break because Carly will have our full look.
Rugged, rough, built for the road ahead. Sometimes I feel like a shell of a man.
Commercials are fake. What you're feeling isn't. Call or text 988, Oklahoma's mental health lifeline.
The University of Central Oklahoma grows and thrives. We move forward, daily living the Bronco way, being reflective of our neighborhood, community, history, and Oklahoma. This is what has made us who we are. Oklahoma's Metropolitan University, the third largest university in Oklahoma. This is where movement is. This is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Hi, good afternoon and welcome back to UCentral Broncos. We're going to take a look at some storms that are going on in the northern part of the state. Nothing severe, but just some rain. It's going through, it's heading right towards Enid. Possibly may get some rain tonight in the Edmond area. Taking a look at our current conditions for today. We are sitting at 98 degrees. I know you guys feel it. It is so hot outside. We do have some wind coming in from the southwest, though, at about 15 miles per hour. The gusts are about 25 miles per hour, so keep an eye on that wind. The humidity is at 38%. That's that sticky feeling, that moisture in the air. That's what's making it feel hotter than what it actually is. And our UV is going to be at a 5. It was at an 8 earlier today, so we may want to keep a later look on that. Looking up at our allergy index, as you can see that our tree and our ragweed pollen are pretty high. Our grass is still sitting at a medium, so there's nothing to worry about on that. But we do want to keep an eye on this pollen. I know you guys feel it. I feel it too. Just a lot of pollen in the air. But looking ahead, we do have highs in the 90s within the next couple of days, and then a fall-like cold front moving in over the weekend. A couple of chances of rain going into next week. Looking up at across the state, we have this in metro area. We're sitting at a 97. Altus is all the way already at 99. Panhandle's a little bit lower than everybody else at an 88. And as you can see, there is going to be high 90s for these next couple of days. But going into tonight, it is going to cool down just a little bit. It is going to be clear skies at 78 degrees. We do still have some wind coming in from the southeast at 10 miles per hour. And then our humidity is going to go up a little bit to 54%. Tonight across the state, it is going to go down about 10 degrees all across the board. Guyman's actually going to be all the way down to 70, and then Altus all the way up to 25. About the same across the board. OKC metro area is going to be 83. Looking at tomorrow, like I said, 90s. We're looking at high 90s for the next couple of days. Enid, Woodward, and Ponca City all hitting that 99 mark. Down here by Altus and Lawton, we're seeing into the hundreds. Lastly, looking into our 7-day forecast, as you can see, we do have our 90s weather on our Thursday and Friday, sunny weather on Sunday, and then we do have a couple chances of rain on Tuesday and Wednesday, just a 40% chance. I'll keep you updated throughout the show. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you. Yeah, so our weather, it seems like we're getting those like hot in the day, kind of cool in the evening, kind of perfect for the fair. I went to the fair on Tuesday and the weather wasn't too bad. I know it leaves this Sunday, so it seems like our weather is not going to interfere too bad with the fair.
Yeah, as long as it's not raining, no storms, clear skies,
Exactly.
The fair is a great place to go. Anyways, later in the show, coming up, we're going to find out which shark is leaving the pool.
And get the latest on London Fashion Week from Riley Townsend after the break.
Happy birthday! Make a wish.
Miss you guys.
Blue skies smiling at me, talking about blue skies. Do I see bluebirds singing a song, talking about blue skies from now on?
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Are you really sure this is all going to fit?
Oh, it'll fit. I got that.
All right.
When hauling anything, ensure it's secure. Losing your load is dangerous for all drivers. We want everyone to make it home safe. Help make Oklahoma safe by securing your load.
Good afternoon, Broncos. I'm Riley Townsend with your social media breakdown. Yesterday, it was announced that after a decade on Shark Tank, Mark Cuban will be leaving the show after the 16th season. Cuban, a longtime shark who has helped brands like Paddleboard Tower and Nuts and More. Cuban has reported saying his departure has nothing to do with the show, and he just wants a couple of summers to spend with his teens before they go off on their own. Replacing him will be Daniel Labutsky, founder of Kind Snacks. Labutsky was a guest on Shark Tank 5 years prior and has reappeared several times since. He will be taking a permanent position as a shark has signed on for multiple seasons. This will be the first time since 2012 the show has had a regular investor as a shark. The Golden Bachelorette premiered last night. The show features Joan Vassos, a 61-year-old mother of 4 and grandmother of 2. Joan is a private school administrator from Rockland, Maryland. After being widowed in 2021, Joan is ready for love again. The season started with Joan meeting 24 eligible bachelors over 50. Fan favorite Golden Bachelor Mark Anderson, father of previous Bachelorette Kelsey Anderson, made his debut on the regular Bachelor season 28, January of 2024. Mark, a 57-year-old Army veteran, was given a rose by Joan and will continue to the next week of Golden Bachelorette. London Fashion Week has reached its 40th anniversary and celebrated big. Putting the spotlight on London's creative community, the week featured designers like J.W. Anderson and Wuhan Wang and Mulberry. Wang's collection was a tribute to female boxing, specifically athletes including Aaliyah Ali, Jane Couch, and Bridget Riley. The collection featured bike shorts made entirely out of lace and embroidered shoulder pads. Celebrities, including Harry Styles and Simone Ashley, were in attendance. The newest trends were focused on bold colors and maximalist patterns, and over-the-top accessories. Yesterday, Saturday Night Live announced a new batch of season 50 hosts. First-time host Gene Smart will open the season on September 28th with special musical guest Jelly Roll. Ariana Grande will host for the second time in October 12th. With musical guest Stevie Nicks. Future guests include Billie Eilish and SNL first-timer Chappell Roan. That's all I have. Zach Bryant posted on X previously this week, comparing Kanye West to Taylor Swift. This caused a huge upset in the Swiftie fandom. He commented on her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, saying he preferred the Eagles over the Chiefs and Kanye West over Taylor Swift. Later, he apologized, saying, "Don't drink and tweet." Brian said he was comparing two records and it came out wrong. He shared that he has been going through a difficult time in his life and he deeply respects Taylor Swift as a musician. He proceeded to issue a lengthy apology online for his post. That's all I have. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you so much. I'm definitely really excited to see the Golden Bachelorette. I watched the Golden Bachelor last year. Very heartfelt, very cute, and I'm excited to see Joan go on her role.
You know, I haven't started The Bachelorette yet, but I am a sucker for romance shows, so it might be something that needs to be on my list. You know, this might be the season for me to watch. Thank you, Riley. Coming up, the Broncos soccer team had a big win last night.
And what are the biggest football games this weekend? Find out next in sports.
I was raised to believe in the power of possibility, to always move forward but never forget where I came from, to value hard work, ingenuity, and hospitality. On one hand, my people are rough and rugged. On the other, refined and elegant. They taught me how to love beautiful things and cherish my past, to seek out adventure, eat well, and to have a good time. So I keep their traditions alive every place I go. They call me Oklahoma City, but you can call me the modern frontier.
UCentral News as a whole, you got to be in those different areas, like being on camera, being off camera, being in the control room. And so I feel like that is what prepared me most about being in the workplace.
UCentral and the mass comm department has provided me all the tools and the fundamentals that are needed in order to thrive well and thrive fast at my job.
Maybe it's time to hit the road and visit a place where stories unfold. This is the land of the ultimate road trip, with sights old and new on Route 66. There's fun to be had, so much to do, and a few new surprises before you get through. Oklahoma has the most miles to share of Route 66. It's really quite rare. TravelOK.com will show you the way. Come see for yourself this iconic highway.
Welcome back, Bronco Nation. Here's your Thursday UCentral Sports Update. Just announced today, the Broncos football game this Saturday has been moved from 7 p.m. to high noon in Nebraska. Yes, it'll be a big noon kickoff game for the Broncos as they travel north to Kearney, Nebraska to take on the Lopers. The reason the game was moved from its original primetime spot to noon was due to a threat in severe weather in Kearney, Nebraska. Both teams are undefeated thus far, with the Lopers defeating Northwest Missouri State 2 weeks ago and the Broncos defeating the number 2 Central Missouri Mules last Saturday. It's going to be a fun game in a big week of football for all of Oklahoma. More on that later. The UCO soccer team was back in action last night in the final game of a 3-game homestead, taking on in-state rival Southern Nazarene. Second half, 0-0 to 15 and a half minutes to go. Albany Adair kicks it over to Madison Linevon, who breaks the scoreless tie. The senior from Allen, Texas, got her first goal of the season and obviously the first goal of the game. 3 minutes later, Albany Adair fires off her own shot, but Addison Johnson from SNU accidentally heads it, and it goes into her own goal. That's a SportsCenter non-top 10 play for sure, and that will be the dagger as the Broncos win 2-1 and are now 3-2 on the season. UCO's next game will be this Sunday night against crosstown rival Oklahoma Christian at 8:15 p.m. The Eagles have 3 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie on the young season thus far. The 15th-ranked Bronco volleyball team is home tonight for the first time this season. The MIAA and GAC crossover event begins tonight as your Broncos host Southwestern Oklahoma State. That game begins tonight at 6 p.m. And if you can't make it tonight, there's 3 more opportunities you can see Broncos volleyball this weekend. Tomorrow, UCO has 2 games, one at 11 a.m. against the Oklahoma Baptist Bison, and then at 4 p.m. against the Tigers of East Central. Then on Saturday at 3 p.m., the Broncos face off against Southeastern Oklahoma State. All 4 games are at Hamilton Fieldhouse this weekend. And finally, there's a big weekend of football coming up, starting tonight and ending on Monday night. Starting with Thursday night football as Aaron Rodgers will play his first regular season home game in New Jersey since his injury last year in his debut against Buffalo. Rodgers and the Jets will host the New England Patriots under new head coach Jared Mayo. Meanwhile, in Division I, Oklahoma is the epicenter of the college football world as there are 2 top 15 matchups on Saturday featuring the Sooners and Cowboys. The Oklahoma State Cowboys will face the Utah Utes Saturday afternoon in their Big 12 Conference opener that is at 3 p.m. on Fox. Then on Saturday night, the Sooners will make their SEC debut against the 6th-ranked Tennessee Volunteers, with College Game Day in town and Blake Shelton being recently announced as Game Day's guest picker. Back to the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys look to shrug off their blowout loss to the Saints as they aim to defeat an 0-2 Ravens team this Sunday afternoon at AT&T Stadium. Then on Sunday Night Football, everyone's favorite Swiftie, Travis Kelce, and his Kansas City Chiefs look to continue their winning ways and halt the Atlanta Falcons' momentum after their upset over the Eagles last Monday. All in all, I think we're going to see some great football in the next few days. Shanice and Maureen, what's caught your eye for this weekend?
Yeah, you know, Ian, and those who may be new to watching, I'm on a sports journey right now. So recently, I've just got into college football, so I will be cheering on our Broncos in Nebraska this weekend for sure.
Yes, and I'm excited to see OU go up against Tennessee. I think that's going to be a very good matchup. And thank you, Ian. Coming up in popular candy, will M&M be getting a new flavor?
And will we finally start to feel fall weather? We'll find out after the break. Stay with us.
Rugged, rough, built for the road ahead. Sometimes I feel like a shell of a man.
Commercials are fake. What you're feeling isn't. Call or text 988, Oklahoma's mental health lifeline.
The University of Central Oklahoma grows and thrives. We move forward, daily living the Bronco way, being reflective of our neighborhood, community, history, and Oklahoma. This is what has made us who we are. Oklahoma's Metropolitan University, the 3rd largest university in Oklahoma. This is where movement is. This is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Tomorrow is the beginning of the Wing Fall Festival and Pumpkin Patch, a free event that benefits the Wing special needs community. The festival will be held outside of the community on Boulevard near Memorial and Edmond. There will be games, hay rides, inflatables, and a petting zoo. The festival is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Friday and Saturday and 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Sunday for the next 3 weekends. They're looking for volunteers to work 3-hour shifts. You can go to wingsok.org/festival to sign up or learn more.
A new M&M flavor is set to hit shelves in December. The newest M&M flavor is a sweet and salty spin on the classic sandwich combo. The candy features berry flavored chocolate with a peanut butter center. This is the company's first new flavor invention since 2022. It will be sold in stores nationwide and online.
All right, get this one. People are celebrating one of the world's favorite foods on Friday. September 20th is Pepperoni Pizza Day. According to the National Day calendar, pepperoni is one of the most popular types of pizza ever created. And a YouGov survey finds pepperoni is Americans' favorite pizza topping. As far as history, it's believed that pepperoni pizza was invented in 1889 to honor the Queen of Italy, Margherita of Savoy. To celebrate, you can make it a pizza night with family or friends, maybe go out for pizza or make it at home. Now listen, y'all, I eat a lot of pizza. I eat pizza probably like once a week. Pepperoni is my favorite, so I probably will be taking a trip to Hideaway. Do you think you'll be getting pizza tomorrow?
Yes, I'm definitely getting Papa John's to go. Really easy dinner.
Oh, yes, that sounds so good.
Let's look at Carly for our last look at weather.
Thank you. Taking a look at our daily forecast and what was going on today, this morning we were at 74 degrees and it was cool. Getting ready for lunch around noontime. It was getting a little windy out there, sitting at about 91 degrees. But later tonight, whenever you're going home, getting ready for bed, it is going to be clear skies and we are going to be sitting at 93 degrees. Looking into tomorrow, like I said, we're sitting in high 90s these next couple days. We have Woodward, Enid, and Ponca City all sitting at 99. Altus and Lawton are all the way down to 100. And then metro area is going to be at 98 and 91 in our panhandle. But looking into the head, we have highs in the 90s the next couple of days, and then we have a fall-like cold front moving in over the weekend. There are rain and thunderstorm chances, and we will have 80s next week. That's all I have for you today. Back to you guys at the desk.
So now, I know you saw the 100-degree weather on that chart. That's a little crazy for September, just a little bit. Do you think that'll ruin your plans for this weekend, though?
It won't ruin my plans simply because I'm not worried about rain, but definitely I'm going to have to drink lots of water. I am going to the fair. Lots of water, one of those little fans, everything will be set.
Right. What are you looking forward to most at the fair?
Indian tacos. Okay.
I went last week, guys. I tried the spicy pickle pizza. It was actually really good. I'm not gonna lie, it was good. It sounds a little bit weird, but it was good. I don't think the weather will ruin my plans this weekend. It's pizza night tomorrow, so I'll definitely be staying inside, maybe get me a box from Hideaway like I said earlier, and just stay in, try to stay cool from those temperatures. Hot weather in September is a little crazy.
Yeah, I'm ready to pull out my sweaters and my cardigans.
Right, exactly. I'm ready to finally just put on my sweaters, like you said, have a nice little movie night inside. I'm ready for Halloween. Hopefully it's not too cold on Halloween. It's either too hot, too cold. Never in between. Never in between. Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Shanice Hopkins.
And I'm Maureen Dirk.